Them giving us a date for Juneteenth, they acknowledge you guys were our slaves. And not only that, you guys find out 2 years later. So we gonna celebrate that y'all found out 2 years later. That's a spit in the face. To celebrate the end of slavery, and that wasn't the end the day we found out. We found out 2 years later. So we celebrating the fact that we found out 2 years later than everybody. So now this is what happens. Capitalism trumps citizenship. What do you mean by that, Charleston? Now you got Juneteenth shirts in Walmart, Target. They benefit off this now. We don't. You're not going to see a bunch of black people being able to sell out of these Juneteenth stores and Juneteenth posters like they do for the 4th of July. So now the capitalist wins off this, not black people. We was already celebrating the holiday. We was already celebrating it, so we lose. I would much rather Joe Biden had sat down and listened to Ice Cube than made this a holiday. I would much rather Joe Biden had sat down and listened to what Ice Cube had to say with that plan that he had than giving us a national federal holiday. You know what we needed before this national federal holiday? A new crime bill. We need a new crime bill. We don't need no motherfucking holiday. I'll never celebrate the day again. I'll never celebrate it again because it meant much more to me when the white man didn't confirm it and validate it for me.
Hey, this your boy Belly. Welcome back to the channel. And today, guys, we got a very interesting video, man, because you know, I'm just excited that people are actually waking up. But what really interests me about this video is that we actually have a good and legit argument for reparations. You know, like you got a lot of people that like to go back to slavery, which is going to be hard to prove in everybody today where that money goes, man. I've been saying that was kind of a lost cause, but we do have real issues and topics that Black Americans can ask for reparations for. You know, I haven't been no staunch activist for it because I'm working hard and building stuff for myself. I can't depend on nobody and no, no wishful thinking and stuff to happen for me to change my life. So I just continue to build on my life, which I suggest everybody doing. Playing victim doesn't do shit for you in life. But this is a legit argument for it. And I would definitely take this check. You know, 'cause during COVID, they gave Asian people money. You know, I believe they still give Jewish people money from the government. You know, so why not right these wrongs that we had not too long ago? And you're going to get a perfect example of what I'm talking about, man. Like, what's not going to be mentioned in this video is stuff like the Tuskegee experiment and a lot of other stuff that the government was behind, you know, that happened to blacks that are really deserving of some type of financial compensation for it. Because, like, I have a friend who his grandpa received a letter of apology from Barack Obama apologizing for the Tuskegee experiments that was conducted on them with the syphilis. But like I said, in this video, you're going to get a great example of a great reparations argument. And nobody can really deny this argument when it comes to reparations. So I believe people should really push this, man. And it's good to see that black people waking up. It just sucks that it took this long. Let's get into the video.
We can really stop it. And the bloodbath, really, I'm going to say one word, reparations.
Who ends up paying for it? Let me ask, just as a community.
I can tell you that. I feel that the Democratic Party should pay reparations to blacks.
And ding, 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 correct. Like you see at the beginning of this video with Charleston White, man, spot on. That's the only thing you're going to get from Democrats is a bunch of pandering. They'll give you a holiday while ruining your lives. Look at the economy. Look at everything. Black people are the poorest they've ever been. As soon as Trump got jobs back on track, they brought in the pandemic and all that other shit. Now look at everybody. No jobs, or you're working part-time because the people don't want to pay you full-time and then pay your health insurance, thanks to Obamacare. So you're not even getting full-time hours no more, and you're not able to live a life. Quality of life is gone. Everything is expensive. Black people had a hard time affording shit before because of lack of information and just, you know, just basically what it's just being raised with low information. And you just continue to not build on the things that you need to build on, like credit and a lot of other things. But that's for another topic. But, you know, like, it's time to change. Because the only thing you're going to get from Democrats is pandering. What type of money or what type of anything have they? And don't get me wrong, you can't throw money at every problem. But if you was to give this one group that's asking for this one time, you would never have to do it again. They spent over $70 billion on illegal immigrants. They could have gave people a smaller check and just been done with the whole argument. Like I said, I don't really agree with the government doing anything for us because governments don't make money, they just take money. And I just don't want them taking out money like they do now. I think taxation is theft. That's where I'm at. Just let me get all the money that I put in work for, and I'm cool with that. But the shit is so wrong for like when you deal with Democrats. You don't get anything of substance. Just pander. Charleston White made that clear at the beginning of this video.
Because it was in the 1800s when the Republicans, which was known as abolitionists, separated from the Dixiecrats because they did not want to continue slavery. So after the abolitionists helped black people become Republicans and they changed their name, black people were able to own businesses. They was able to create the Black Wall Street, Rosewood. They were the most wealthiest communities in the United States. And so it was the Democratic Party who created the Ku Klux Klan, and the Klan were the ones who hated the blacks for creating Black Wall Street, and that's why they dropped the bomb on Black Wall Street. It was the Klan that did that. 2 years later, in 1923, it was the Klan that destroyed Rosewood. So if anybody owes black people money and reparation, it should be the Democratic Party, the Ku Klux Klan, which they originated from, that Democrats should be paying the money to blacks for all that they've done with slavery, the destruction of the black economic engines like Black Wall Street. I feel the Democratic Party should pay reparations to black people.
Correct. And they owe us for a lot. He just put it all out there for you. Look how much damage they caused the black community. It's irreparable. And they owe us, but once again, you don't get nothing of substance from these people. Only thing you get is pandering, and they know that. Oh, Joe Biden has the most diverse cabinet. So what? He's giving people that's unqualified these jobs that he know they're not going to keep long. And they're not the important jobs. Look, Kamala Harris, her job, her whole administration was the border czar. She didn't give a shit about the border. She just let anybody through. And it's crazy because I seen a report recently where the Border Patrol said they only get 10% of the fentanyl and stuff that comes in. They said it's enough fentanyl right now in America to kill the world, I believe. I believe the dude said like 20 times over. And that's just fucking insane to think about. So I try not to think about that, especially with me having so many family members of mine personally die from fentanyl and friends. I try not to think about that because that would really fucking anger me in a way that where I would want to take it out on people, but we can't do that stuff, man. You know, we gotta allow the leftists and these crazy fucking lunatics on the left to be the crazy ones. You know, we gotta keep our cool and you know, that's what I continue to try to do to make sense out of this shit. Hopefully we can get something done about it. But man, the losses that we've taken and that we got to live with because of neglect of duty is just fucking insane, man.
I know you hate your grocery bill just as much as I hate my grocery bill. I know you hate paying high gas just as much as I hate paying high gas. So we need to come together as one, white, black, gray, purple, orange. And for the illegals, it's proper channels to go through. Yeah. Like every other ethnicity, there you go. It's proper channels to go through. You shouldn't be able to come across the border illegally and receive help.
Illegally come in my back door, you're going to get shot.
You got
legally.
Plain and simple.
Illegally coming into my country.
That's right.
So I understand.
Common sense Americans, man. I love to see it. I don't see no color in this video except when we talking about the specific topic of what Democrats did to black people. I don't see no color. I just see Americans right here. And if you don't see it that way, probably go get your fucking head checked, or you're probably a racist subconsciously.
And where everyone is coming from with the illegals, there's proper ways to go through these channels to come into America and officially become an American.
Just make the playing field level. What are you afraid of? Here in the black community, the kids are going to school. You go out into the white communities, the school, what they have in there, the computers and what they have in technology, we're so far behind. It's all this is by design.
Of course, it's by design. What did Joe Biden tell you? Poor kids and black kids are just as bright as white kids. Like what? Poor kids aren't separate from white kids? I grew up with poor white kids. I guess they must not exist to the white elites in this country. I grew up with poor white kids. I'm talking about trailer parks and all.
Because if you can't get out here in this world, they don't teach you how to be entrepreneurs. They don't teach you how to invest your money. We're not teaching anything like that.
And you get back to this, though, and it's been Democrat for 60 years.
Yes.
What the hell? Why does the black community keep voting for Democrats?
Because we've been brainwashed. When I was coming up as in my household, it was a straight Democratic ticket.
Black people better understand this. If we don't stand together and we don't make a change, they've already brought the replacements in for us. Yes. If we don't shut the borders in the black community and get all the illegals out of our community, there will be no more black.
Nope. There will be no more nothing, no more American nothing. Because they're replacing us, they don't give a shit. They want all the terrorism, all the anger, all the hatred. They want us beefing with illegal immigrants. They want a civil war clash over here so they can bring in martial law and tell everybody what the fuck to do. You can see it plain as day writing on the wall. People just want to ignore it at this point and be ignorant. But my brain doesn't allow me to ignore what's right in my face. I don't see how so many people do. Pretty scary, actually. But y'all seen like I seen it, man. This shit is so refreshing to see people actually waking up to the bullshit, especially my black Americans. They've hijacked our brains too long, man. It's time to take it back. And don't take it back to give to somebody else. Take it back and keep it for yourself. Think for yourself. I don't give a shit who you like, who you don't like. You know, it could be somebody that you really like. They could be telling you some bullshit, but you listening to it because you like that person. Stop that, man. Think for yourself. I'm not saying listen to me. I'm not saying listen to Trump. I'm not saying listen to Biden. I'm saying listen to yourself. Use the brain that God gave you to think for yourself and make logical decisions so that you don't play yourself in the end. Y'all seen it like I seen it, man. Let's take it back. I'm out.